What's the ceiling?
23 million, which means I just made you $4 million. Do I still need a 2-week trial?
It's Sunday Morning on CBS. And here again is Jane Pauley.
It's official. Kathy Bates, as a savvy lawyer in the CBS reboot of Matlock, is a hit, with the Oscar-winning actor receiving an Emmy nomination this week. It's her turn to take the stand with Ben Mankiewicz.
So, welcome to Jacobson Moore. This is the litigation floor where Maddie sneaks in.
Jacobson Moore is not a real law firm.
There's my chair over there.
But make no mistake, this is real work for Kathy Bates, the star of Matlock, the hit CBS show with a surprise twist and a sly wink to the original Matlock, which starred Andy Griffith.
I'm Maddie, informally. Formerly Madeline Matlock. Yes, Matlock, like the old TV show. Well, you see, there's this funny thing that happens when women age. We become damn near invisible. Nobody sees us coming.
I think it's going to resonate with a lot of people.
Yeah, I think a lot of us feel invisible this day and age.
Even you.
Yep, I do. I mean, they have trams with tourists who come here, and sometimes I have to stand in front of the trams and just say, hey, don't look at that stage over here, look at me.
Truth is, we've been looking at Kathy Bates for a long time. Like the other great actors of her generation, Bates does more than play characters. She absorbs them. In Richard Jewell, About Schmidt, and Primary Colors, Fried Green Tomatoes,
He died.
even The Water Boy. In Misery, James Caan said being terrified of Kathy Bates came easily.
I just wanted to be the best I could be, and that's still who I am. And I love that. That's how I recognize it, because I have to dig deep so that it can look easy.
Born in Memphis, Bates began pouring herself into her parts as soon as she took a theater class at Southern Methodist University.
Seeing the actors that were there my first freshman year, I had this moment in my solar plexus. I'll do anything I have to do to be part of this.
Her parents, Langdon, an engineer, and Bertie, a housewife, supported her. They paid her tuition and put off retirement.
My father literally had a heart attack after 2 or 3 years of giving up. He had to spend a fortune that we didn't have sending me to Southern Methodist University, and went to work when he was in his 70s. They gave up so much.
I was born into a world.
She made her movie debut in 1971 at 22 in Taking Off.
It was such a personal song I wrote in Backyard Swing.
You wrote that song when you were 16?
Mm-hmm.
It took 7 years to land her next movie and first speaking part in Straight Time, starring Dustin Hoffman.
I just don't think it's good that he see you right now.
By the early 80s, she was earning raves on Broadway, playing a deeply depressed daughter in the play Night Mother. Bates got a Tony nomination, but the part in the Hollywood version went to Sissy Spacek. It hurt.
We had spent 2 years working on those roles. How fascinating it would have been to see that on film. That was a great loss.
Losing out on the part lit a fire under Bates. She moved to Los Angeles, putting her in a position to land the role of a lifetime.
You're not good. You're just another lying old dirty birdie. And I don't think I better be around you.
Annie Wilkes, who kidnaps and tortures her favorite novelist in Misery.
God's sake.
It's for the best.
You gave her this humanity. You said Annie Wilkes is not a movie monster. She's a human being.
She was always reaching for something she couldn't have. She wanted to be a hero, totally misguided, of course, but she wanted to nurture people, take care of people, be worshipped, and just became totally obsessed with this guy. And I gotta tell you, I have that side to me. I certainly know what that feels like.
She'd win the Oscar and remembers exactly how her mother reacted.
When I won the Oscar for Misery, she said, I don't know what all the excitement about. You didn't discover the cure for cancer. I forgot to thank her that night.
You know, you did thank her.
at the end of your speech. You thanked her.
No, I did not. I did not. You go back and look at it. I didn't.
We did go back and look. Then we showed her.
My family, my friends, my mom at home, and my dad, who I hope is watching somewhere.
What do you think of him?
Thank you. Why did I think I didn't thank her? Oh, what a relief.
Why does that mean so much to you?
Because she should have had my life. When she died, I said, come into me. I wanted her spirit to come into me. Even though we had so many difficulties, I wanted her spirit to come into me and enjoy everything I was enjoying because of what she'd given up. Wow, thank you so much for that.
At 77 years old, Kathy Bates says she's never been happier. She's now an Emmy nominee for Matlock, becoming the oldest nominee ever for lead actress in a drama series. She's also a two-time cancer survivor and happily addresses her dramatic weight loss.
It's only recently that I've solved that problem in my life and shed 100 pounds, and it's taken years to do it, and I did it with mindfulness on my own and with determination, and I was able to go to Armani and buy a gorgeous dress for the Emmys and walk out in a size 10. So I'm just luxuriating in all of those moments.
But maybe I'm overthinking.
And Matlock has brought Bates nothing but joy. It has restored her faith in the business after a movie she made, she won't say which one, reminded her of what's wrong with Hollywood.
I think when you feel that kind of betrayal, it really devastates.
So that's where the retirement talk came from.
Yes.
And then you're shooting the show that you're incredibly proud of, and you thought, okay, I'm not retiring. It can be great.
It's fantastic. I think it's one of the most wonderful roles I've ever had to play. You can feel the joy on the set, and you can feel how we've all come together.
So to be clear, not retiring.
Not retiring.
All right.
I'd love to stay with the show as long as it runs, and I hope it runs a very long time.